And had Jeff had any brains, I would have changed this before I put the sprocket segments on. Would have made it a whole lot easier. Need a pry bar or something here. We're just not coming. Oh, there we go. Voila. Et voila. She got any suction? Very little. Very little. Got lots of goop in there. That's not good, Jeff. All right, let's go to the shop. See what we got here. So I got this pump apart. I see absolutely nothing wrong with it. And the concerning thing is there was still grease in it, in the ports, and they're in the outlet port that goes over to the filter. So I'm going to need to get the service truck over there and blow air down through the suction tube and see if we got a serious leak. There's something wrong. If there's a leak or a broken tube in there, the only way to fix it is to pull that whole final drive off. You wouldn't have to pull the sprocket. You can pull the ham case, and the whole final will come off. And then you could get to that. But I don't want to do that. Ugh. Anyway, the gasket's in good shape. I could use it again, so I'm going to go get the service truck out there and blow in it and see what we got going on. Or maybe get the blow gun and suck. See if I can get some oil to come up. So I used my 100-ton ram to pick this up, get some steel under it so I can get the track frame on. And the reason I wanted to get it up was to drain that final. I can't believe how much water is still in there, because remember last time when I fixed those loose sprocket segments and I drained it, and then I filled it with diesel fuel and I drove it like 1/8 of a mile in forward and then drained it out. I just don't remember seeing a lot of discoloration in water. I can't believe how much of that it didn't get out. I wish I'd have had this thing draining the whole time it's been sitting over here. Anyway, I took the filter out and it looks like it had some oil in it, but that pump just wasn't pumping it. And that's the filter tube. I blew air through here and made sure that everything was working, and I could blow air through the port that goes down in the suction side, and it was bubbling in there. Then I blew it through the filter side for a long time, and you could hear the air escaping through the vents here in the back. There's like a double section in here with a breather on it, and the final drives vent into those. They don't vent into the transmission housing, they vent inside that double section. So you got a big plate where the ripper bolts, and then you've got another one in front of it that divides that. Oh, that was a pain. That was painful. So, I don't know what's going on with the swing brake, but if you're on any kind of side hill, it just won't. The brake won't hold it, and you can't power it. On flat ground, you're fine, so I'm hoping that... No, and this outrigger leaks down bad. This sucks. GoPro shut off again. So I'm gonna need some help to do this. I'm gonna have to get it in and get somebody to guide it and swing it back in there. Probably have to get that barrel of oil out first though. So we're up against the sprocket. Sprocket! Don't want to damage that seal, but boy, we're close. Anyway, just need somebody to, we gotta swing it that way, get that brace. So I go to take it out of gear and put the outrigger down so it didn't roll, and I pull it clear back into reverse. Jeez. That was horrible. So here's my problem. That whole track frame needs to go over, and it's sitting on the rails, but because it's been jacked up like that, the tractor has moved over that way. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but I don't have to worry about it tipping over now because equalizer bars on it. So I probably need to put the oil in the final, start it up and run it, get the oil pump going, Then I'll have to use the ripper to lift it up, get that out, and then slowly let it down. And it might go in. It might. So that's what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a chain around that trunnion ball, and I'm gonna lift up on it when I get the final drive filled, and that'll tip that track frame in until that pin will sit down on that. So that's what I'm gonna do, man. So Matt took the service truck, and guess what? I left the drain plug in the service truck. So I gotta wait for him to get back before I can put oil in her. Rah! Anyway, would have went a lot easier with some help, but he was busy. And I just said, you know what? I've done this by myself. I can do it again. My biggest problem is that boom cylinder leaks internally so fast, and then the hoist brake is not holding. So what I'm wondering, I went with a 4-part line. What if I go 5-part on that? Maybe the brake would hold it then, because it would be less line pull, wouldn't it? Oh, cool. I broke that off. Anyway, she's in there. Pick the front end up, take my awesome blocks out. You think those are good for another go around on the other side? They have really split. Probably not safe, are they? All right, track frame's on, and I got the final drive full of oil. So let's see if we can get this old girl to fire up, warm up, and then I'll have to I'm gonna have to pick up the back end just a little and get some of that iron out of there, and then we'll turn the funnel, see if we can make the pump run. I think this will run without glow plugs today. It's about 100. It should. The filter housing. I'm gonna take the plug out. Probably ought to go get my other GoPro so I can Bluetooth to it and have a preview so I can see what's going on. That should have been long enough to pump oil through and into here. I was surprised how quick it picked up its prime. I got out of the tractor just about right. Didn't spray too much oil. So now I got to get under here and figure out what the heck we got to do to get that to come in there where it should go. See, that's not lined up, so that truck frame's got to come back somehow. You know, it's just super depressing every time I look at this side. I still have to work on this side. I have to go through everything I went through on this one over here. And now it's 100 degrees. I'd rather put coveralls and a coat on and work in the cold than I would 100 degrees. I don't know about you, but I hate it. I hate it very much badly. So I need to get a hold of this. As you can see, it's got to roll back. My cotter key ended up almost where I need it, but not quite. Oh, effing crane just leaks down. That winch just brake won't hold it. So I'm gonna have to put something between the track and the guards, I guess, to see. It's just coming back. Alright, I think we're at the point where just go ahead and let it down. This is how bad that thing leaks. That's the boom cylinder doing that. The winch brake leaks, slips till the tension comes off, and then the boom starts coming down. Good thing I bought a spare crane so I could have some decent hydraulic cylinders. Okay, we're down. Keyway is where it's supposed to be. The question is the pin lined up? I guarantee it won't be. Yeah, see it. Turned it. And it's got a gap there, so it's still got to twist up in. But I think if I take a bar or something and turn it straight, then get the dowel and the caps in, bolt it up. Oh man, I gotta take a break, man. I'm dying out here. This is so hot. This is like standing in a furnace. All right, so I picked it up, took the block out, totally forgot to turn the camera on. I'm sitting right here. There we go. I don't even have to. All right, I got the cap with the dowel in it, brought the impacts and anti-seize, and I had to go up quite a ways to get the pin up out of the bore enough to turn it, but I think I've got it straight. So I've got to get this bolt in and the one cap, get it on the dowel and get it sucked up, then let the jack down, and then I can get the other cap on and see how much clearance I got between the cap and the half that's in the tractor. And I may have to grind off on the cap. So let's see what we got here, Uncle Joe. Where's the hole? There it is. All right, we're on. Okay, that one don't want to go too good. So I brought the no good Ingersoll electric to see if I can get them tightened up. Oh, good lordy. Get these on here. Oh yeah. All right, sucked it right up. All right, I'm flat ass exhausted. I've got those all tightened up and they pinch that pin down good and tight. I'm filthy, sweaty. My granddaughter had a baseball game again tonight. I forgot, I didn't know. Anyway, it's too late to go, so I got to get this cap on there and get her bolted down next, so I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna put lots of anti-seize on this bolt. I went and wire wheeled them off. Clean the threads up good and stuff and such and whatnot. I'm going to set that so it'll stay put. Okay, so do I use this bolt or not? Look at that. It's really corroded right there. Bad. Bad, bad, bad. Not sure if I want to use that or not. That's gonna go right down to almost the threads. I think I better get a new one for that one. Big 10-4. All right. See you next time.